All right, guys. The update dropped yesterday. Excuse my voice. I just woke up. But the update dropped yesterday, which included the MH6 Little Bird or Loach, um, which is what you see right here. I'm gonna get into its size first off. This is the smallest helicopter we have ever seen in Squad. Um, I put a quick comparison together. Um, so if you look behind me, you guys have all seen me. If you've been watching my YouTube for a while now, you've probably seen me land inside this hangar with the Huey. Um, None of the rotors are colliding. I could have squeezed more in here, but I just got lazy. None of the rotors are colliding with this thing. This thing is so tiny. Again, I put a quick size comparison. The Canadian Huey, you can barely fit two of them in here. In a similar sized hangar, you know. And this actually kind of surprised me. Neither of the rotors are colliding on these, by the way. Don't ask me how long it took me to get this perfect. But you could start the engines and be just fine. Neither of the rotors are colliding with these, so you can fit barely two. There's barely enough room for two of the Chinese boats in one of these hangars. And you can fit, I didn't even count, bro. I didn't even count. More than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. You could fit more than 12 in here for the little birds. As you can see, there's open spaces. I didn't place them perfectly. You know, you could fit more than 12 of these things in here. To show you that these rotors are actually not colliding, like that's able to be turned on. And oh wait, since when? What? It's not the tail. Can I push it back a little bit? This one wasn't colliding. Motherfucker. Now it's going to go too far backwards. Okay, so it's just straight up not that at all. Is it the tail rotor? I don't feel like it's the tail rotor. Which rotor is breaking off? Is it the tail? No, it's the main rotor. Well, anyway, we'll go with 1.5. You can fit 1.5 ZHAs inside of this hangar. You can comfortably fit 2 Canadian Hueys inside of a hangar, and pretty comfortably fit fucking however many the fuck you want little birds inside of a hangar. Onto how the helicopter feels. So I have a standard MP5, okay? Standard MP5, shooting whatever caliber the MP5 shoots. I think it's 45 ACP, but still. I'll go to one inside the hangar, just to show you how ridiculous this is. This is one bullet. You ready? One bullet. Hang on, noodle arms. One bullet. I missed the engine. Hang on. There we go. I hit the engine that time. One bullet, half the engine from a 45 caliber round. And that means 2 bullets, no engine. 2 bullets from a standard rifleman. Let's bump the odds up to an M14. How many bullets do you guys think? If you said 1, you're correct. Let's go to an M4. I actually don't know about the M4. I didn't test it. 1. That's got to be under half. A little bit under half from an M4. So 5.56 round, half the engine is gone. 2 bullets, engine is gone. Any other guns? What other guns do I have? AK-101. Which I think this also just shoots 5.56. Yeah, that also just shoots 5.56. Hello? Hello, engine? Where are you? You know what? We'll shoot the engine from back here. Maybe. There we go. But yes, you can shoot the engine from back there or up there. Also now, a little bird, you can just straight up shoot through the glass. I didn't expect that to engine it, but yes, you can shoot through the glass to engine it, which also means you can shoot through the glass to kill the pilot and anybody inside of it, which these helicopters only get 2 seats, as you can see. You can't sit off the side like a cool guy or anything like that. Now, let's get into how they fly. And just off the bat, I'm not a big fan of the instrument panel. The gauges are not that great. The torque, so that gauge right there in the center of your screen is the collective, which the green line you would think is hooked up to where it hovers at, but it is not. You know, most of the other helicopters have a line to where it hovers. That green line, the end of it is not that. I'm still going up. So somewhere around there, somewhere in the middle of the green is where you hover. Onto the ridiculous flight model that they added in. And I can tell that none of the devs fly helicopters. This does not feel like squad helicopter at all. I'm not going to try J-hooking yet to show you guys, but this thing does not J-hook. You can do funny stuff with this, but it doesn't feel like Squad, and neither does the Raven. The Raven, I don't know if I have a clip of me flying the Raven, but the Raven feels more like the Chinese helicopter than it does a Huey, even though it's modeled pretty similarly from a Huey. The miniguns are about the best thing from this. They do splash damage on the ground, so you don't even have to direct impact infantry that you're shooting at, or vehicles. You can shoot the ground next to infantry and they will fall over. Let me not crash here. The rockets. I've been playing Steel Division Little Birds, as you guys have probably seen in my more recent Little Bird videos in preparation for this thing. This one feels a little bit more nimble than the Steel Division mod, but it just, I don't know how to describe it. It just doesn't want to slow down. And then when you finally go to J-hook, you will just slam into the ground. It just sinks back down into the earth. As for the rockets, the Steel Division Little Bird that I was playing, you could toggle the rockets to go single fire or full auto, or like burst even, I think. With this new vanilla Little Bird, you only get full auto, so you mag dump 7 rockets. Unless you can tab very carefully. Which, that is the full load right there. That is all you get. You get 7 HE rockets. You also get 7 smoke rockets, which I'll attempt to tab. It's not super easy to tab, but it's doable. It would just be easier if there was a single fire option. And for the question everybody is asking yourselves right now, anyone that follows my content, you are all asking, does it barrel roll? Of fucking course it does. It barrel rolls low as shit too. This does not feel like Squad. What was I saying before? Yeah, the instrument panel, not a big fan of it. Not a big fan of the instrument panel. I mean, the idea is cool, but for the game itself and the gameplay, not entirely usable. I'd like to see the throttle have a marker indicating where you can hover at. And I might as well just show you guys my attempt at J-hooking. Like, just a normal J-hook, by the way. Just a normal J-hook. It'll sink into the ground. That wasn't too bad, but... Man, let me try and get a better J-hook. I definitely cannot control it like the other helicopters. It does not slide or do anything. It just goes down into the ground. Like a normal helicopter there would just like kind of slide when I did that. Slide backwards at the same altitude roughly. You almost have to J-hook this thing with full collective. And even it's not good. I'll fly the Raven around a little bit, and I'll fly the Chinese helicopter side by side, and you'll see the similarities. Another thing about the new update, if you switch to the gunner seat, I'll just show you when I hop in the Raven. But there's a cool new feature that prevents solo gun running. So pilot switching from the pilot seat to the gun seat. That's why it took me so long to spawn. I was spawning on the vehicle, not the actual main. Cool new feature with all the other helicopters now preventing you from doing gun runs. And let me get some altitude for this, but this is so wonky. It doesn't feel like a Huey. It looks exactly like a Huey, but it does not fly like it. Onto the new feature. And that's that the helicopters just nosedive now when you hop out of the pilot seat. it just nosedive. So you can no longer swap to the gun and then swap back to the pilot seat, which honestly might have been intended by OWI. It might not have been. Who knows? And to show you guys the similarity between the Raven and the Chinese helicopter that I had in the hangar. Yeah, let me get to where I can actually spawn it. Looks like all the little birds are starting to blow up because they've been sitting idle for too long. Anyway, you can see the acceleration is extremely similar. The barrel rolls. Extremely similar. The turning, everything about it is almost identical. I don't know if that was a bug or intended, but that's how it is. And now time for some bullying. How many did I get? Like none. But yeah, overall, not a big fan of this update. AA guns can now shoot through all of the helicopter's glass. They will one-shot pilots out of the pilot seat every single time. And that's not just the Little Bird. That is every single helicopter. Now you can be one-shot out of the pilot seat with an AA gun. I don't know if the engine on the Little Bird is a feature or a bug. But yeah, not a big fan of the vanilla Little Bird. I would, you know, the two-shot engine kind of throws the entire thing off for me. I get that it's not supposed to be as strong as a tank, but 2 shots from an MP5 into the engine kills the engine is kind of wild. I also found another bug, possibly, with the code that they added. I'll show you that here in a second. I just have to land and break my rotors. Let me find a good spot for this. That was the cleanest J-hook I've had this entire time. Oh, wait. Was it? I'll break my tail. And then I will shoot the engine out. Yeah. If you get engined and you land on the ground, make sure you turn the engine off before you get out of the helicopter. Because apparently OWI forgot to code in the main rotor taking any damage. If the engine is broken. So yeah, I'll leave you guys with that. But yeah, that's my take on the helicopters. I know a lot of the other update reviews and guides didn't really mention a whole lot about the helicopters, except for the fact that they existed. But I don't think that these helicopters are going to be as overpowered as everyone thought they were going to be. In fact, I think they're going to be underpowered, getting shot out of the sky every 2 seconds, just by normal infantry fire. The miniguns, absolutely amazing. Rockets, not enough of them. And no ability to switch it from full auto to single fire. This, just pure comedy. But at least we got new emotes, which I don't even think work. I know the smoking one does, but I don't think the other ones work. Like the ones that you actually pay for, I don't think those ones work. I tried them yesterday. They didn't work. Could have been a me issue, could have been just the faction I was on, but yeah. Yep. Anyways, thanks for watching. Goodbye. I'll be streaming some point today. Oh, hey, the rotor finally broke. Oh, it's in water. Apparently this is water. Okay. Yeah, apparently this is water. I don't know how this is water, but apparently the game thinks that this right here is water.